So I'm just here because I wanted to make a record collection video. I have a ton of records and I just think it's super interesting to watch other people's videos. So I thought it would be a cool thing to do. So I have quite a few. So I'm going to do it a couple at a time and probably make a few different videos. So I have them organized by dates and artists. So I'll just start at the very beginning with some of the earliest stuff I have. There it goes. So the first two are just random classical albums that I'm pretty sure I pulled out of like a random box in a garage sale or got it with something else, because I don't really listen to them. I don't think I've listened to either of them really. Sometimes they're nice though just to have when you're like reading a book or something and need background noise, so that's those two. The next one I have I got at a thrift store for like $1, and it's all just 1920s jazz music, which is super cool. Sometimes I like to listen to that. It's not my favorite, but occasionally. So this one is another jazz one, so it's Dixieland Jazz from the 20s. This is the same, I'm pretty sure I got it at a thrift store for like $1. I had a really weird Gatsby phase a few years ago where I was super into just listening to jazz from the 20s. So that's that. This one, so that's pretty much the earliest stuff I have. I don't really listen to anything pre like 1960s. I'm not super into the 40s or 50s. It's just kind of that weird Dixieland jazz phase I had. So most of my records are from the 60s and beyond. So this is the first one. It's Beatles Love Song. It's just a collection of a ton of different songs. I actually got this from my parents for my 21st birthday. It's got a ton of really good stuff like Yesterday, Girl, Only Love, Michelle, Norwegian Wood. So this is a really cool one. It's just got like a nice collection of things to listen to. So this next one is actually what I'm playing right now, if you can hear it, and it's Revolver by the Beatles. And I got this one for Christmas, not last year, but the year before, from my grandma. I was super excited because this is one of my favorite Beatles albums. I just like that it was their first like super experimental album, and I love the cover artwork, so I was just super excited to get this one. Then the next one is this. It's another older Beatles one. This one's not my favorite, to be honest. I don't really listen to it ever. I like their later stuff, honestly. So this one, same thing, another Beatles, Yesterday and Today. This one's got a good mix of songs too. This one I listen to occasionally because I really like We Can Work It Out in Day Tripper. So sometimes I'll put that on. The rest of them I have on their other albums, so don't really listen to it too often, but it's a cool one to have. It's just like nice to have a collection of them. So this was, I believe, my first record album, and at the time it was my favorite Beatles album, and it's Rubber Soul. And this one was the first album that I had fully listened to by them, and I was just really obsessed with it when I was like 16. It had all of my favorite songs. It is still one of my favorite albums ever. It's just super good. Then we have my current favorite Beatles album, which is the Magical Mystery Tour. It's just got so many great like iconic songs like I'm the Walrus, Your Mother Should Know, Hello Goodbye, Strawberry Fields Forever, Penny Lane, All You Need Is Love. It's kind of like a great like intro to the iconic Beatles songs, I think. So, and this one was super cool. I paid a little bit more for this one. I think I ended up paying almost $20 at the local record store. Because it comes with a booklet full of pictures and drawings from the Magical Mystery Tour movie. So it's super cool. It's fun to look through like while you're listening to it. So that's a great one. So the next one I have is obviously the iconic Abbey Road. This is another one of the first ones. My grandma gave me this one. I think that this was her original copy. I'm not 100% sure. She said it was. I don't know if I really believe it. But yeah, another iconic album that I feel like everyone should have and listen to at least once. The side 2 and the ending of the album is brilliant. And then obviously after that we have Let It Be, which I also think that I got from my grandma. She's the one who really kind of started my collection. I had bought a box of random records, most of them I didn't keep, and then after that she started giving me like real stuff that I listened to, so a lot of this came from her. Fun. It's not too fancy. It has a little inside cover. They have a couple of good songs on here. Across the Universe, Get Back, YouTube. It's not my favorite ever album, but I listen to it every once in a while. So this one was another one I bought at a thrift store kind of randomly. It's just 20 hits from the 60s. This one has got some really good stuff. It's got some Bee Gees, Lovin' Spoonful, Animals, Turtles, Janis Joplin, just like some basic hits that everyone should kind of know from the 60s. That one's cool, and I loved the album artwork of the psychedelic girl and all the weird stuff that was going on. So that's super cool too. So this next one I actually just got really recently, and I was super excited about it. I just got it like last week. So I was never into Jefferson Starship or Airplane or anything, or Grace Slick in general. I just never really listened to it until recently. I started getting really into it, and I've actually found on Spotify The Great Society with Grace Slick, and I just thought it sounded really cool. I liked it more, so I was listening to that a lot, and then I went to a garage sale, and they just so happened to have The Great Society with Grace Slick, which I thought was super cool and exciting. And the album's pretty good. It's got an original take of Somebody to Love and White Rabbit, which I love. Those are obviously amazing classic psychedelic songs, so it was just super cool to find it and be able to have that so soon after. I mean, I literally just started kind of listening and getting into her and everything that she's done in the last like month, so that was super cool. And then this next one is another one my grandma gave me, Jimi Hendrix Smash Hits. Pretty much just the general basic Jimi Hendrix songs that everyone loves. Purple Haze, The Wind Cries Mary, Hey Joe, All Along the Watchtower. Just like literally his hits. It's a good album. I'm not the biggest Jimi Hendrix fan in the world. I mean, I obviously like him, but I'm not someone who's listened to every single thing that he's done for sure. But it's a good one. And this next one is one that I've actually never listened to. I tried to listen to it for the first time the other day. It came in a box of records that my parents had bought, and I know that it's kind of like an iconic album, but I kind of hated it, and so I turned it off, and I haven't tried to listen to it since. But it's Deep Purple, Machine Head. It's got Smoke on the Water, which is why I picked it out in Highway Star, because I was like, oh, I know those, I should just grab them, because my sister also has records. So sometimes if my parents get a box or something at a garage sale and they give them to us, we have to kind of see, you know, who needs what and who wants what. And you recognize the song, so I picked it, but I actually kind of hate this album. I might go try and sell it at the record store, because we have a recycled record store. So you can take stuff in and sell it, which is nice. So I probably wind up doing that, to be honest. So now we're starting to get into like my favorite stuff. I tend to listen to a lot of stuff from the 70s as opposed to the 60s now. I mean, I love the late 60s obviously, so you get a lot of like really good classic rock coming out and psychedelic rock, but I tend to love the early 70s a lot more. So probably about 3 weeks ago now, I found this at the record store for $3.50, and I was so stoked. I don't think it's an original, obviously, because those tend to go for a bit more at our record store. But I was so excited. I've never had a Zeppelin album before. It's got a ton of great songs. I was really looking for Zeppelin 4, which was, I think it was there, but it was like $30, so I'm assuming that it's you know, an original or something, but this one was still really good. For $3.50, you can't beat it. Still has a ton of classic songs, so it was super cool. I was excited about that. So then, this is one of my favorite albums of all time, Fleetwood Mac. I love Stevie Nicks. I'm a huge Stevie fan. So this, I actually didn't listen to them before I bought this album. I don't even think I bought this actually. I feel like my parents probably brought this home, but yeah, I didn't listen to them. I didn't really care. I'd listened to Stevie Nicks obviously before, but like wasn't super into it. But yeah, then I got this, and I was just super stoked on it. Like I just really loved it. It was the first time I think I'd ever heard Rhiannon, so I was just super excited about that. And then Landslide is on there, which I knew the Dixie Chicks version, but not the original one. So this is honestly like an iconic album. I feel like it's one that everybody needs to own and have. And then the last one I'm going to show today, to go along with that, is another iconic album that everybody needs to listen to and own, is Rumors. This is like the ultimate breakup life album in the world, and it's just brilliant. So this was another one I had never listened to before. Picked it out of the box. There's actually two in the box. I think my sister has one too. And I was just super stoked. I decided to put it on one day and I just loved it. Like right away, it kind of changed all the music I listened to after that. So another great one. So I think that's gonna be it for this video, and I will make some more videos with the rest of my collection later. So thank you so much for watching. Bye!